Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today I'm doing a full face of first impressions. So it's been like a week or two since I've been filming, and so I've accumulated a couple of things along kind of like a week or maybe a bit longer, and I thought I would incorporate them into one video. So I have a mix kind of products. I have stuff from PLouise, I have stuff from Charlotte Tilbury and Essence and Benefit, and you know, just a couple of other brands that I wanted to try more of and stuff. So I'm really excited. So the first thing I want to talk about is lips. So I'm going to go in with the new Treasure Island Butter Balm by Benefit. So I picked up two new Benefit products. This is one of them, and I mentioned it a while ago in my buy or not to buy if I was going to buy this, and I was kind of umming and ahhing, I think, at the time, because it just seems like a bit of an overpriced lip balm. But you know what, I thought I had a gift voucher and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy it. And I got the shade Island Poppy, and there's about 4 or 5 different shades, I believe. So I actually really like this packaging. It's really cute, and I'm just gonna give it a try because I haven't even smelled it or anything. It smells not too bad. It has a slight sweet scent to it, but not much. So I'm just gonna, ooh, okay, that's a lot coming out at once. So I'm just gonna use the tiniest amount because I do have a lipstick later. So let's just get some of this on. It's got quite a thick consistency. Oh wow, yeah, this has gone like heavy on my lips. I'm only just gonna put in like the tiniest amount because again, I don't want anything too much. It does smell quite pleasant. I mean, it doesn't smell horrible. It smells very comfortable. It's a bit shimmery. It's not just like my sweat because it's a woman here. But yeah, we'll see how that kind of goes along in the video, because I'm sure once I get to the lips, it might have dried down or it might have done something. So let's go on to a primer. So we're going to talk about Essence. So it's been a while since I've used anything by Essence in a while, I think. I can't remember one of the last things that I picked up. So this is the Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer. So I got this from Wilkinson's, and I'm pretty sure I've not used it yet because I mean, I do so many like first impressions and I put everything like in a box and kind of go through things to kind of use. But I'm just going to take a couple of like pumps. I might have used it because normally it takes a while for a product to come through if it's brand new, but we're just going to blend that into the skin. It smells so much like watermelon. Oh my god. I mean, I've tried one of the serums before, I can't remember which one it was, but it smells so good. So this is meant to be a hydrating and smooth base. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely hydrating because watermelon is definitely there to hydrate, and it feels very smooth. I'm gonna let that sink in for a moment because I don't want to put my kind of foundation onto a wet base. I just want to kind of see how it dries. So in the meantime, let's talk about the foundation. I'm finally trying the Charlotte Tilbury foundation. So this is Charlotte's Beautiful Skin, and this is in the shade Free Neutral. So I've been wanting to try her foundations for ages. I know this is not like the OG foundation that everyone talks about, but I still really wanted to give something like this a go. So yeah, this is what is kind of what benefits to it. So, I mean, for your best healthy looking skin day every day. Okay, I mean, there's so many statistics on here, I never really know if it really means much to people, but you know, skin tone looks even more up to 210%. Skin looks plumpier and smoother up by 181%. I've seen someone talk about it before, like the statistics are very like weird because I don't know, in like the technical scientific field, 100% is always known to be as far as you can kind of go. I don't know if it's like the exaggeration that they have towards these, but yeah, I'm just gonna take some on my palette. I don't know how much I need. I'm just hoping it's a good shade for me because we have recently been really bad at skin at like matching. So I'm just going to use a sponge because sponge is the way. So let's just tap this on. My skin has been doing quite well recently, as you can maybe see. I mean, not perfect by any means, but it's definitely improved so much. But the sun has kind of affected me not as much this year. Like, it's slowly getting there, but I mean, where I work, we actually have aircon, so it's kind of tolerable, and we have a really nice fan at home. And I also have this fan that I use when I'm sitting by the sofa. It is so great to have this fan, because when I'm sitting there and it is horrible, the fan is very, very pleasant. But anyway, talk about this foundation. Apart from talking about fans, foundation so far has a nice coverage. I know for sure it's not like full coverage. I'm pretty sure it's like a medium buildable coverage. I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, medium coverage, yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's doing quite well. I wasn't expecting it to be like crazy full coverage or anything, because I really don't think like Charlotte Tilbury has any full coverage. I could be wrong. Maybe her Flawless foundation might be full coverage. I'm not 100% sure, but so far this is going on really nicely. It's done wonders for this spot on my on my face. But I'm just going to add a tiny bit more, because I feel like it could do a little bit more here and there. Okay, so that's settled in really nicely. I like the coverage quite a lot. I mean, it does say it's lightweight, and I can definitely say it feels very lightweight. It doesn't feel too heavy on the skin. So let's go on to a cream blush. So I'm very excited about trying this. I picked up some stuff from Beauty Bay recently because I had like a code to use, and I was like, you know what, I just want to use it on a couple of things that I've wanted for so long. And so we're going in with the Danessa Myricks Dew Wet Balm. So this is in the shade Sweet Water. So I've wanted to try so much more of Danessa's products, but they can be a bit expensive. I know we use that word quite a lot here, because honestly it is, but I felt like this was £21, and normally I feel like this might be more expensive, but on Beauty Bay, I mean, this is probably one of her more affordable products that I wanted to try. I've tried one of her like cream eyeshadow things before, which I find quite interesting. I need to use it again, because I don't know if I used it quite well, because cream products tend to crease on my lids really easily. But yeah, let's talk about this. So I love the packaging so much. It's absolutely stunning, and on the back it has all the ingredients, and so it does say it's like a buildable, so it's a highlighting face and body balm. I don't know where else I would put it on my body apart from just my cheeks, that I would want to be kind of blushed, I guess. So yeah, lightweight, smooth and silky, translucent highlighter and hydrating balm for instant glow skin. Use with your fingers, a brush or a sponge. So I'm just going to use some on my sponge. I'm not going to go too heavy, because I do have another blush to use. So we're just going to kind of take some, even though I'm saying I'm not going too heavy and I'm just going all in. So I'm just going to tap, and I'm going to blend on both sides, because I don't know if I've picked up too much. So it's quite a light balm. I mean, balms are not like my all-time favorite thing. I do love the balm highlighter, balm highlights. I love the balm foundation that, you know, KVD came out with, and also like She Glam and stuff like that had used, so they're quite nice. But this is kind of an interesting product. I'm not seeing much. I don't know if it's kind of more of a buildable, or if it's too light, because that could possibly be it. I'm not going to add any more, because I feel like adding the whole palette on my face might give me some kind of effect. Okay, so I can see it's got obviously a very dewy look to it. So if you don't like looking like you're sweating all the time, dewy products are probably not for you. But this is kind of interesting. I never try many dewy products, so I feel like this is kind of something that I could maybe try and get used to. But you can definitely see that my cheeks are looking a little bit more glowy and a bit more kind of tacky. So when you kind of like feel it, it does feel quite sticky. So I'm actually going to go off camera and powder my face, because I have no other cream products to try, and then we'll get on with more complexion products. Okay, so next we're going to go on to a blush and bronzer kind of duo. So I mentioned I picked up another product from Benefit, so I got their new Hoola Secret Oasis Duo. So this is the bronzer and blush duo. So I again mentioned this in my bio not to buy quite a while ago, and said that I was kind of intrigued about picking it up, and I picked it up. So I got the Hula Light and Hula Willa. It's a bit of a weird name, but yeah, that's what it looks like on the back. So the Hula Light I've never tried before. I've tried the standard Hula, which I really like. This is so tiny. When you look at the box, it's basically like the box is twice the size, and that's one thing I really hate about brands and their packaging. Sometimes it's very deceptive as to how big a product actually is, and so when you open it, you get the Hula Light and the shade Willa. I don't know if this is a standard shade, it must be. I've not really tried much by Benefit. I've tried a few things, but not enough to be like, oh my god, it's so amazing, or it's this and that. But you know, I'm just gonna go in with Hula Light first, and I'm just actually gonna peel that off. That was very anticlimactic. So Hula Light, I know, is probably kind of perfect for someone like me who isn't crazy confident in like bronzing, because I do like to bronze quite a lot, but I don't feel like I kind of benefit from it that much. And so I thought using Hula Light probably will be the best for me, and even just the standard Hula I do quite like. And now we're going to go in with Willa. So recently I've been kind of going in with a cream and a powder like blush, because I feel like it's a product where like I love blush so much that I'm happy to go in with like two products to kind of use things and just show you guys stuff that I've been buying, because I do try and buy like a mix of like cream and powder products, even though cream is kind of like becoming one of my favorite things. But this is quite it's quite nice. I mean, it's very, very buildable, and it is kind of going on top of the Danessa Myricks one, so it doesn't even look like that one's even there because it was so light. And then the Hula Light itself is quite nice. I mean, it's not as visible as I was hoping, but I'm kind of added it at the top. So I mean, this is okay. I wouldn't say that this is definitely worth the price point. I actually got it at a cheaper price because I got it from my work, so I actually got it for like a bit of a discount. And I mean, if it wasn't for like my curiosity and just wanting to try a lot more by Benefit, this is not something that I would kind of go out of my way to pick up, because if you've got them individually, you really don't need it as like a duo unless you travel a lot. So now we're going to go on to eyes. So I have a palette by PLouise. So this is the Unlock Your Creativity eyeshadow palette. So I got this part of like a mystery box, and yeah, I just really wanted to try it. I did have another eyeshadow palette to try, but I'm going to actually use that in another video because it just kind of fits in another video. And so this is a bit of a massive thing. So I mentioned this in my kind of PLouise unboxing, that you have to like use the key to open this. I'm going to do that off camera because it's a bit fiddly, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I actually added a little bit of highlighter. I used my Natasha Denona little duo, and then I used my primer for my eyelids. So I'm going to go in with this palette. One thing I just realised is that when you open it, the lights come on. I mean, I've always said this, her packaging is actually like insane, and the amount of like money and effort that they put towards their palettes is outstanding. But I feel that these palettes are too freaking big, and that they're too bit of a hassle to kind of hold up and show you guys and everything. But if you haven't seen this palette before, it comes with two different sides. You get a kind of like pastel-y purples and reds and yellows, and then on the other side you get kind of like a green, blue, yellow, green, you know, rainbow-esque kind of palette. I feel like going in with the other side because my lips are going to be kind of like reddish, so I feel like going in with this side I will probably get a lot more out of. These do have names, so I'm going to try my best to hold up and show you guys. And I don't even know what look I'm going to do. Is the light is still flashing, so even when I have this open, if you can hear my fan, I'm sorry, it's so warm in my room. But I feel like going in with kind of like a mixture of some of these. So let's go in first with Positivity just here, which is a bit of an orange red. So we're just going to kind of take it on what's this, a unicorn cosmetic brush, and we're just going to, yeah, just go over the lid and put it in my crease. And I can say that her palette, you know, her eyeshadow palettes have so much quality around it as well. All her shimmers are amazing. She comes out with palettes like non-stop. Honestly, they must be like planning these so far ahead, and sometimes they do look a little bit repetitive, but I can say that the quality is still pretty good. I'm hoping that their Halloween collection will be really interesting, because they've been teasing on their TikTok that they're coming out with kind of like failed design, but because people wanted it so badly that they're gonna hopefully bring it out for Halloween. It's kind of in this style of palette, but in a Halloween aesthetic, so I'm looking forward to that. So this first shade is of course going on really nicely. I must warn you guys, if you ever use these palettes, they stain the lids a lot. So if you don't put a primer down, or sometimes even if you do put a primer down, it will make your eyes go slightly red if you leave them on for a long period of time. And if you don't want that, I would definitely suggest putting on a primer or some kind of like concealer or barrier to kind of stop that from happening if you can. So again, that's gone on very nicely. Now we're going to go in with Imagination just here, which is kind of like a brownish red, like a burnt red. So I'm just going to take that kind of on the corners here and just blend. Okay, that's gone on really well. So now we're going to go in with bars just here. I've just realized that this palette does not have any shimmers, and for me that's a little bit annoying because I didn't bring anything to use. So I might add some of the highlighter on top. We'll see. We'll just see how it goes, because I might even like it without any shimmer. So we're going to take this as kind of like a purple, like a deep purple, and I might regret using this shade, but I kind of want to experiment slightly and just hope that it looks good. So we're just going to blend that in the creases. Okay, so I feel like that might be it for the palette, and we're going to go in with this shimmer, because I feel like we'll add just a bit on top, because I kind of feel weird by not having a shimmer, and there wasn't really any other shades that I wanted to use. So I'm just going to use an eyeshadow brush and just tap, and then we're just going to bring it here. I do quite like this blush highlighter duo thing. It's very tiny for how much it would like normally have cost me to get, but I got it like cheaper on Cult Beauty, I think. And it is nice. The blush is very nice as well. Is it like amazing? Not really, but it's still quite nice to use, and even as like an eyeshadow topper, I think this is fine. So now we're going to go onto the lips. So this is something that I got from Beauty Bay as well, and I recently tried one of their highlighters, and I thought it was okay, and then I saw online that they were advertising for lip products. So this is the About Face lip color butter in the shade Cherry Good. So this kind of like the Benefit Balm has kind of really kind of settled into my lips now, so I don't feel like I need to like take anything off. So I love the packaging, it's really cute, and we are gonna just use this. I haven't even taken it out of the box to see what it's like. I know it's one of the clicker pens, so I'm actually quite excited to use that, because yeah, I never really tried these pens before, but I'm pretty sure that if you click it too much, you can't put it back down. So I'm actually just gonna like click it like maybe once or twice to kind of be able to just use it, and then let's see what happens. So it's gonna kind of like see how long it takes to get anywhere, and then let's stop right there because it's got like a tiny amount out. So I'm just gonna like see if this is all fine. So let's get this on. Oh wow, that is like melted. Okay, I'm gonna be super duper careful. Okay, so I really struggled with this lip butter. It is melted. It has literally melted in this, and I know it's very warm, like where I am in the UK, and in my flat it's very warm as well, but this is literally like turned to liquid, and I only put it up like a little bit, and it's complete. I mean, I think now it might be a bit more solid because the top half is on my lips and mostly on my teeth, but you know what, it smells amazing. And I'm just gonna see, I don't think it's not gonna dry down like at all because it's a butter, so I feel like it's just gonna stay there, and it's made a bit of a mess, but this is my finished look altogether. I think we did quite well. I mean, I'm sweating like beyond like is mad, but going through everything, this like lip balm, quite nice. It's probably a bit too expensive for an actual like lip balm, so I think it was like maybe £18 or something. It's nice. I mean, it lasted until I put on other lip products, but if you want it to last all day, I might have to give it like a proper wear test. We'll see. This duo thing I mentioned before, it's nice. Do you need it for like £24 or £25 or whatever, and it's literally half the size of this box? Probably not. The Danessa Myrix balm, I'm a bit confused on like specifically how much to use and like how to use it properly, so I will do a bit more thorough research. This foundation I really like. As you can tell, it's not really budged, and I have a lot of problems with my top lip, and although it's still been like very like problematic like on my top lip, this has not really budged off it, so everything looking quite good. This is quite nice. The eyeshadow palette again has done a fantastic job. I just wish there was a shimmer in there, but that's just a personal preference. Let me know if you've picked up anything new recently, anything you think I should try, and yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there, and I really appreciate you guys watching. Hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope to see you very soon. Bye bye.